This meeting will come to order. Madam Recorder, roll call, please.
Alderwoman Key.
Here.
Alderwoman Madison.
Here.
Alderman Adams.
Here.
Alderwoman Ray.
Here.
Thank you, Madam Recorder. Next item on the agenda is a prayer by me. And would you please stand? I want to do something a little special today. I was looking this morning about 5 o'clock, and some came to me. And I want to read you a prayer that was uttered by Abraham Lincoln in front of the legislature in 1801. And I think it's applicable for us. Almighty God, who has given us the good land for our heritage, we humbly beseech Thee that we may always prove ourselves mindful of Thy favor and glad to do Thy will. Bless our land with honorable ministry, sound learning, and pure manners. Save us from violence, discord, and confusion, from pride and arrogance, and every evil way. Defend our liberties and fashion into one united people. The multiple brought hither of many kindreds and tongues. Endow with Thy Spirit of wisdom those whom in Thy name we entrust the authority of government, that there may be justice and peace at home, and that through obedience to Thy law we may show forth Thy praise among the nations of the earth. In time of prosperity, fill our hearts with thankfulness, and in the day of trouble, suffer not our trust in Thee to fail. All of which we ask through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce the two gentlemen to my front right and your front left. And they are, in my opinion, distinguished visitors and true public servants. If you'll notice, my friend in the checkered shirt, good friend Nick Haggerty, and he represents our senator, which I call the conservative. Huh? Okay, I got a little ahead of myself. Nick Castle represents Senator Bill Haggerty, and he does it very well. And also sitting next to him is my good friend Cody Woods, and he represents our Congresswoman Diana Harshbarger. Would one of you or both of you like to come to the podium and speak? Sorry, my mouth got dry.
We're Chamber, I get to go first. I just want to say thanks for inviting me tonight. If y'all ever need us, our office is just down the road at the airport. We're just here tonight to listen to some of the concerns in different communities. So if we can ever be of service, don't hesitate to reach out. But we're here to help. And I know that we like to say we're from the government. Thanks.
Oh, man. Council members, thank you all for inviting our office this evening. And it's certainly a pleasure to be here and be here with you all here in Bluff City. There's some leave that out there. It's hard work. But no, it is wonderful to be here with y'all tonight. Our office is located in downtown Kingsport, higher education building. We have a whole list of caseworkers that work on various casework issues such as IRS, VA, Social Security. If anybody needs help, please don't hesitate to take the time to reach out to our office. If we can help, we'd certainly be happy to. Again, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, gentlemen. We're honored by your presence, and I can tell you from a personal standpoint, both Nick, Cody, Diana, and Bill are dear friends of Tennessee and work hard for us. Thank you again. Moving on then, we'll move into citizens' comments. Would anyone like to come to the podium and speak? Ms. Clark, You know the standard procedure. Would you please state your name and address for the record?
Shirley Clark, 932 Lona Lane. First, I wanted to see if you had followed up on the speed bumps that I asked about because of the playground that's going to be installed soon.
I have, and if you'll allow me to just shortly brief you, I have a meeting with the Municipal Transportation Authority coming up very soon.
Okay.
I've reached out by telephone to our contact there, and we'll discuss that in a public forum.
All
at
right,
that
thank
meeting.
you very much. And then I would like to present again tonight to ask you to let me speak when you get to that part of the agenda regarding the open alderman.
You were on the schedule, Ms. Clark.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Would anyone else like to come to the podium and speak? Ms. Payne, you're recognized. And please, again, state your name and address for the record.
4818 Bluff City Highway. I'm going to, once again tonight, ask that on the agenda for the votes to increase the water and sewer rates, was the water rate of 4% also? So it would be a total of an 8% increase?
Ma'am, we're not required to answer questions, just hear your comments. You have
Okay.
about 4 minutes.
All right. Well, the budget, the first thing on the agenda for tonight is the budget, and I guess that's 2022, 2023, so I'm not going to get an answer. I'm wondering why it's first on the agenda instead of last, unless everybody already knows that the increase for 009 and 010 is going to pass. And then I'm also going to ask the $5,000 going toward the pump station every month. Well, I won't get an answer. How many months have we been paying that? That comes out of water and sewer. Everybody knows about it. Well, 2 of you up there know. 3. Technically, 3. And it was mentioned $5,000 a month. We're renting a bypass pump out there. How long have we been renting it? Well, I guess I'm on the agenda for the next session as well. Is
Yes,
that
ma'am,
correct?
you are.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms.
I would like
Payne.
to say something if it's okay, ma'am.
You are recognized, Alderwoman Keith.
I understand your concern, and I have been fighting this water issue for years. Okay, this is not the board's fault that this is going on. These are things that taken place back through the years, and we're reaping what was sown. So it's not our fault that this increase. But I will say this, we will fight hard and work hard that maybe next year, you never know, maybe next year we could get some kind of decrease. But it is not nobody's fault on this board that we have to have this increase. It's things that didn't take place through the years, probably when we were toddlers. So you can't lay that on us as if it's our fault, because it's not. And I'm fighting these water bills too. I've been doing it before you even come to these meetings. So I've been doing this for years. And I do not like the increase.
The increase last year, may I respond?
That's up to Alderwoman Keith. She has the floor.
Yes. But before you respond, I finally heard your text message, and I'd like to thank you for applauding me for standing up for what is right.
Thank you.
I thank you for that nice text
I
message.
do appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
I truly do.
Thank you.
The last increase was 2018, 2019. I mean, look, if we had a huge increase at that time, I think it was something like a 68% increase. We have how many? I won't get an answer, but we have roughly, I think, maybe 900 people on water, maybe 680 on sewer. We cannot tolerate this amount of increase, and it was not mandatory. Like the $7,000.
Okay, if we could, please, can we move on, Ms. Payne? We have a lot of business to do tonight. If Alderwoman Keith is
Well, I
satisfied.
understand what she's saying, but this is a new day. We have a new board, and we are working together hard to try to go back and fix what should have been fixed a long time ago. So I do apologize, and honey, I hate them high water bills too.
The garage pump station is not new.
But like I said, this is a new day, and we are working hard. And I'm hoping that the mayor will call some kind of workshop or something, and we can see what all we can do. But in the meantime, I apologize.
Words.
Well, it's true.
All right. Thank you, ladies. Come on up, Miss Venable. Please state your name and address for the record.
Julie Venable, 209 Smith Street Extension. The water that we do have to buy, do you ever get like samples? Where do they get it from? Because it tastes terrible and it smells terrible. And I even talked to Alan, and he talked to him, and I told him it's hard water, and he didn't even know what I was talking about. And he asked them, they said, yes, it's hard water, and that will happen. And I can just turn on my faucet, seriously, and I can tell you if it's our lovely spring or it's that terrible water, just by turning on my faucet. And I just want to know, are they up to code? Sometimes it makes you wonder. And two, if anybody needs to blame anybody about the water and sewer, it was when Paul, what was his, he used to be a police officer. Do you know?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
I can't remember his name. But anyway, he's the one, when he got in there, he tore down our own sewer plant because the state said they needed to make it a little bigger because we were, growing. And him and Judy said that would cost more. And I told them then, not in the long run, it won't. In the long run, you're going to it's going to be terrible. Add a little now. Because at that time the state did not charge us and would not charge us if we had our own sewer plant. So it should have never turned out. And what bad thing about Paul Taylor, that's who it was. He was the mayor at the time, and the state says as long as if you have your own sewer plant, you don't have to charge. So that's who got us in this mess in the 90s. I just want to make that clear for everybody because I've been coming to these meetings for 32 years.
Thank you, Miss Venable. Really appreciate that.
Yes.
Would any other citizen or guest like to come to the podium? Hey, come on up here, Mr. Malone.
Jerry Malone, 372 Smith Street.
Welcome.
I just want to say thank you for the dedication that you've done to Miss Green. That was really great, and I'm just looking forward to working with Becca, and we can do stuff like that each month and bring the town back like it was years ago when I done a lot of it.
Thank you, sir.
And I want to thank the board for supporting the museum. With y'all's support and stuff, the county voted 24-0, unanimous, on every one of them. They had 11 co-sponsors on the bill, on the resolution. So I don't see how we can hardly lose with the city and the county both behind us. Thank y'all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Would any other citizen or guest like to speak? Hearing and seeing none, we'll move on with the agenda. Next item is discussion and action, alderman vacancy interviews and potential appointments. Spread before you, fellow board.
Excuse me, Mayor, can we hold off on this, or do we have to do it tonight? Can we table it?
Because I would love to look over this too. We hadn't had a chance to release
Okay. Well, then what I'm hearing, it is the mind of the board to postpone the alderman appointments.
Yes.
Very good. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve.
Motion to postpone by Alderwoman Keith.
I second it.
Second by Alderwoman Madison. Is there any discussion? Madam Recorder, take a vote, please.
Alderwoman Key,
Yes.
Alderwoman Madison,
Yes.
Alderman Adams,
Yes.
Alderwoman Moret.
Yes.
Motion passes by majority and unanimously. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is discussion, action, public hearing of ordinance number 2022-007, appropriation ordinance for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2023. Mr. Fry, publish the ordinance, please.
Be it therefore ordained by the Board of Mayor and Aldermen of the town of Bluff City, Tennessee, that is hereby appropriated for fiscal year ending June 30th, 2023, the following sums of money set aside for the departments and purposes specified herein. General Fund, $1,618,520. Water and Sewer Fund, $1,176,750. Sanitation Fund, $123,600. Debt Service Fund, $72,500. Special Police Drug Fund, $4,200.
Thank you, Mr. Fry. We'll now enter the public hearing portion of this ordinance. Would anyone like to speak concerning this ordinance? Hearing and seeing none, is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Vice Mayor Adams,
I second it.
second by Alderwoman Madison. Is there any discussion? Madam Recorder, take a vote, please.
Alderwoman Key,
Yes.
Alderwoman Madison,
Yes.
Alderman Adams,
Yes.
Alderwoman Moretz.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously and by majority. Thank you. Next item on the agenda, discussion and action public hearing for ordinance number 2022-009, an ordinance establishing sewer rates for the customers inside and outside the corporate limits of the town of Bluff City. Mr. Fry, please publish the ordinance.
Be it therefore ordained by the Board of Mayor and Aldermen of the town of Bluff City, Tennessee, that inside and outside sewer user rate schedules for the sewer system which have been established in prior ordinances and or resolutions hereby revoked, and the following rates set out in this ordinance are hereby adopted. Customers inside the corporate limits shall be charged $24.89 for the first 2,000 gallons and shall be charged $13.27 for each additional 1,000 gallons. Customers outside the corporate limits shall be charged $37.66 for each 2,000 gallons and shall be charged $20.02 for each additional 1,000 gallons used in excess of 2,000 gallons.
Thank you, Mr. Fry. We will now open the public hearing portion of this ordinance. Would anyone like to speak concerning this ordinance? Ms. Venable, you are recognized. Please approach your podium.
I'm just curious, why do the people outside of the city limits have to pay more? It just sounds strange to me, considering the water actually comes past their houses to get here first.
Ms. Venable, we're voting on the sewer rates.
Okay, then the sewer rates.
It's not applicable outside the ordinated limits, ma'am.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Would anyone else like to speak concerning this ordinance? Hearing and seeing none, the public hearing is now closed. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Vice Mayor Adams.
I second it.
Second by Alderwoman Madison. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Madam Recorder, take a vote, please.
Alderwoman Key,
No.
Alderwoman Madison,
Yes.
Alderman Adams,
Yes.
Alderwoman Moretz.
Yes.
Motion passes by majority. Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda is discussion and action public hearing for ordinance number 2022-010, an ordinance establishing the user rates for customers inside and outside the corporate limits of the town of Bluff City. Mr. Fry, please publish the ordinance.
Customers inside the corporate limits shall be charged $19.61 for the first 2,000 gallons of water used. Shall be charged $7.64 for each additional 1,000 gallons of water used in excess of 2,000 gallons. Customers outside the corporate limits shall be charged $35.62 for the first 2,000 gallons of water used and shall be charged $11.42 for each additional 1,000 gallons used in excess of 2,000 gallons.
Thank you, Mr. Fry. We now open the public hearing for this ordinance. Would anyone like to speak concerning this ordinance? Hearing and seeing none, public hearing is now closed. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Vice Mayor Adams.
I second it.
Second by Alderwoman Madison. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Madam Recorder, take a vote, please.
Alderwoman Key,
No.
Alderwoman Madison,
Yes.
Alderman Adams,
Yes.
Alderwoman Moran.
Yes.
Motion passes by majority. Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda, discussion and action ceremony for former Mayor Irene Wells. Alderwoman Keith, you have the floor.
Oh, thank you. And I sent you guys, what do you think about the invitation for the invite? Did you get that? Did I
No,
send-
ma'am, I
You
haven't
didn't get
received
that? I
an
texted
invite.
to everybody. Did you get it? Yeah.
I was going to
If
say.
it would be okay, or if the board was going to want to be a part of it, or.
Oh, I
we were
remember
gonna-
a text.
Remember that
Was-
text?
was-
I'm sorry,
yeah.
text.
I remember not an invite, but a
Okay,
text.
So did that meet with the board's approval? That way we can go forth with that.
Is there any discussion?
Would you mind reading it? I don't have my phone with me.
Certainly.
And we're just really getting started on it. And there are a lot of people that are willing to reach out and help. And good
Okay, if I may, from a text from Alderwoman Keith, looks like it was on Sunday at 09:50 in the morning, and it states, "The Board of Mayor and Aldermen of the Town of Bluff City cordially invite you to memorialize Mayor Irene Wells and her commitment to public service, Saturday, September 17th, 2022. And then there's some other stuff down here, but honestly, Carol, I can't see it.
Okay,
on my
well, what
phone.
it is that is just a little draft of what the invitation would look like. But before I went forward, I wanted to make sure it was okay with you guys, or if the board wanted to be a part of it and do this. If not, we're going forward anyway. So, we'll do it ourselves. So, but I wanted the board to be included if you wanted
Yes.
to be included on it.
Okay.
Would that be okay?
As in regard to my position on the board, yes, absolutely.
Is
Yes.
everybody in agreement?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys got to help me too, okay? So the next step would be, Miss Sharon said she would work with me on it, and Citizen Julie, she was excited about it, and so was some of Irene's friends.
Okay.
So the next step would be maybe getting the invites ready, if maybe somebody in the office, if we can do it that way.
So you want the town to drive the event, is what you're saying? You want our staff
I want
to...
us all to be a part of it. If
No,
you
I
want
mean,
to.
Carol, do you want us to put together the invite and all that and get it out, or...
Well, I'm going to reach out to invite because there are a lot of people that Mayor Wills was involved
Yeah,
with and
yeah.
different committees
Right.
and all that, and there's a conference. But anyway,
Right.
But if we can get the invitation together, and before I go forward with who's going to be there and who's going to be on the program, of course I'll bring it before the board or let somebody see.
Oh,
And
it's
that
really
way
not...
We can kind of plan it all together.
Okay, so you want to make it a town function, right?
If
And you
the
want to
board's
use
in agreement.
our staff to help you develop an invitation,
Yes.
get it out on social media, and et cetera. That's what...
But
Right.
to give me some of the invitations, I will personally go by and invite people, talk to different people to come. And because there will be different speakers there.
I'm sorry, we're in a discussion, Miss Payne. Thank you. Please go ahead, Carol.
Okay. If it's okay, with the board, if the board wants to be a part of it. That's what I'm saying, because she was our mayor,
Mm-hmm.
and
I don't,
thought it'd be a
yeah.
community thing where we all can do it together.
Right,
And
so...
also, I'd like to take it a step further. Since the playground isn't ready,
Uh-huh.
why can't it be a groundbreaking ceremony?
Uh,
And do it right down there.
well, it could, but the playground's not really going to be there till about October 15th.
I know that.
Yeah.
I know that. But why couldn't it be groundbreaking? I mean, why couldn't you take the axe and
Oh, you want
Yeah.
to get some shovels and,
whatever,
you know what I'm saying, go out there.
whatever, to let people know that this is in honor of Mayor Wells. I mean, we
Okay.
started back in we started last year, and then it's been postponed from April, May, June, July, August, September, and then October.
Yeah.
So we're going to do something.
Okay. In regard to my role as town manager, the town manager is in full support of your effort, and the staff will be glad to help us. But
Okay, that's all I need. And if you don't mind, if I can get the invitation so I can start reaching out to different people. And
just work with me directly, if you would.
Well, maybe we can meet. I can come by sometime and talk.
Anytime. Yeah. And remember, we'll also have our first Community Relations Committee meeting next Monday.
Right.
If you want to involve that committee as well, it's up to you.
Well,
You're in the lead on this project. The town we're just here to support you.
Okay. And I would like to say that Brother Tommy, he is going to do a tribute at the end of the ceremony, so it'll be beautiful.
Okay.
It'll be beautiful.
Very good.
And there will be different people speaking, but we will talk more about that because it may be somebody here wants to say something.
Okay. Sounds
The
good.
memorial is supposed to take place on the 17th.
The
If that's what
17th.
you want to do.
We
For the
didn't
date.
have a time set, but you think 2-ish be okay? Around
You can
2?
coordinate whatever time. You're in the lead,
Okay.
Carol, so
Maybe
we'll
around
just
2.
throw support behind you to put the event together.
Well, the main thing is now is you guys approved of the invitation, so we can go forward with that. And that way we can work on the list of who's going to be and who's going to be on the program.
And the agenda.
And the agenda, and I'll
Right.
bring all that to you probably this coming up week. I'm supposed to speak with Mr. Adams tomorrow, so I'll bring everything to you and, kind of finalize everything.
Okay. Anyone on the board have a problem with the town staff supporting this? Very good. You're good.
Okay, and also, if we have it at the park, and we will be talking, it's the 17th, so we'll be talking more about it, So if we have it at the park, maybe the guys can maybe set up chairs or whatever, stage or whatever, for people to set up.
We'll have to talk about what assets your event needs.
Okay. Okay, but I think it'll be a real nice one if we all come together and work together.
Okay.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Any other discussion? Great. Thank you, Carol. Thanks for taking charge of the project.
Thank you.
All right. Hearing and seeing none, no items left on the agenda, I declare this meeting adjourned.